Alright, so we got another war duel here. I'm not playing this time. This is Dark Thumper, he's on my team, and then Soul's on the other team. Soul's been on a roll lately. That rhymes, I know. So I'm just gonna do some commentary here. I assume this is a Rescue Rabbit mirror, as are most DuelistGroundz war duels. So they should be starting any minute now. Let me tell them they can start. Alright, so here we are. The old turn 1 Rescue Rabbit. And the Maxi. You always wanna have the Maxi when your opponent goes first and opens Rabbit, that's for sure. So I assume he's going to opt for the Lagia rather than the Dolka. It's usually a safer play. And how many backers we got? Oh, just one. So Thumper's not actually at a huge disadvantage because he does get to start with 7 cards, and he has the MST, which is good. All he needs to do now is have like another MST. Yup, he has it. And now he needs to just go Tour Guide or Rabbit, and he'll be fine. Yep, there it is. Oh, and Soul has the Maxi too, jeez. This might be a good game. And he has to make Utopia to beat over the Lagia here. So he's going for 2 Sabersaurus. That means he either has a Sabersaurus in his hand, so he wants to increase the chances of his Rabbit being live, or his next Rabbit being live, or he has 2 Cabazools, one or the other. Hopefully not 2 Cabazools. Oh, okay, so he's Lancing. That way he doesn't have to make Utopia. He can just make a Lagia instead. If Soul has Gores here, though, he's definitely fucked. But I don't think he has the Gores, which is good for our hero. Dark Arm Thumper's our hero. So he makes a Lagia, Soul draws another card. And how many back rows? 1, 2, maybe a third? No. So Soul is technically ahead by 1 card. It would appear that he's up 2, but Lagia still has negation, which counts for another card. So far they've been making even trades thus far. Let's see what the face down is. Unless Soul's getting techie with the main deck Snowman Eaters, it's probably a Spirit Reaper. Oh, interesting. So here he's going to make Dolka, I would assume. That would especially be good if his face down was like a Sangin or something. That's what we gotta hope for. He's thinking. I think like here I would definitely make the Dolka main phase 1 rather than try to press for extra damage. What are you thinking? See, it was a Sangin. You should have made Dolka and negated the Sangin. I mean, I suppose here he gets in for an extra 19, which might be worth it actually. Like to a degree, I can understand his line of play here, or an extra 17, I guess. He attacked with the. Oh, so it's not even that much extra damage. He takes 36, when my way he would have taken 24. Yeah, I think my way was better. Make another Lagia. Okay. I mean, I guess that is like... Oh, he has the Psalm Judgment. Jeez. It's pretty interesting board... Oh, jeez. Sol had 6 cards and just couldn't do anything. I am very surprised. Man. That was so anticlimactic. I was just like, geez, Sol has 6 cards to Thumper's, Laggy and 2 back rows, what's he gonna do? And he's like, I'll just scoop. Okay. Fair enough. But there's so many things he could have had there, too. He could have had, like, you know, Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, something like that. I don't care if my computer's performance is slow. It's actually not slow. You're lying to me. I don't know what either of them side in. I assume they're both siding in Snowman Eaters. Every time I see a Rabbit Mirror, the Snowman Eaters come in on both sides of the table. Should be interesting, though. Thumper definitely made some more... I guess you could say... Like, towards the end, he made some plays that were a little risky, I guess. But I guess it paid off. And indeed, if he had done my play, he would have Psalm Judgment the Dolkia, and he would have had more life after that, so... what do I know? I actually hate Thunder King Ryo in the mirror. I don't hate it, but, like... I think it's not as good as most people think it is. Like, it just seems like... First of all, like, trading their Thunder King with a tour guide isn't, like, that great. It's just, like, a wonderful one or whatever. And yeah, this is a snowman for sure. And, like, I also don't like Thunder King post-board, because, A, this is clearly a snowman, which it was, and B, like, Sabersaurus trades with it, too, so, like, it just gives you, your opponent something to do with their Sabersauruses. They just trade them with your Thunder Kings. MST, yeah, hit the lands. The other card is probably something more meaningful, like a Torrential or a Warning or a Chain or something. So he's going to Warning the normal summon. Now, the thing with Warning versus Rabbit is, you can do it on the normal summon, or when they banish it. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantage between Warning and the normal summon is that if Thumper just had, like, a Reborn, he would just get completely blown out. But, if he does the other way, where he lets Rabbit get banished, then he could have a Tour Guide later on. Levier, bring back Rabbit, etc. So, either, like... It just depends on, like, what you're more worried about. Are you worried about the Tour Guide or the Reborn? Now, given that there's 3 Tour Guides in every deck and only 1 Reborn, it generally makes sense to Warning the normal summon, but not always. Dark Hole. Oh, geez. Dark Hole, summon Spirit Reaper. That's a pretty good one. I don't get the feeling that Thumper's hand is that awesome, so... Dirac Gava. So I guess Thumper's playing the Dirac build. Sol is probably not, given that we saw Thunder Kings already. Generally it's one or the other, not both. He has to use the Smashing Ground on the Reaper. He's got another Dirac guy. Thumper's hand must not be very good. Geez, no back row either. Yeah, this is not going good for Thumper at all. This is starting to look very hopeless on this side of the table. When you summon Gaba, attack for 17, set no back rows, and say go. Oh, he did it for the 5th Avarice target. Now it doesn't look nearly as bad as before. Pot Avarice always makes the situation look better. Now, I was about to lose, but I had Pot Avarice, so I didn't. And I guess that's another reason why you don't always want to warning the rabbit normal summon, because if he'd warninged when he banished the rabbit, he would not have 5 monsters for Avarice. Although that's probably more like a hindsight bias type of thing. Oh man. Gonna trade Saber Sources, looks like. And it's a solid play. You don't want those vanillas to get too out of hand. And Windows keeps saying that my performance is slow. It's not slow, I promise. My performance is very fast. How is he gonna go through? Is he gonna have like Mirror Force or Deep Prison? Nope. The Saber Sources are going away. And Thumper still doesn't have back rows. It appears even after that Avarice, Thumper still doesn't have anything that wonderful. So Soul says, I'm going to pressure you with 17 vanillas. I'll do whatever I can. Now, interestingly enough, since Gabba doesn't have to send the monster to the grave, he can actually ram his Gabba into his Cabazals and search another Gabba. But a lot of people don't know that, so we'll see if he actually does it or not. Alright, they're gonna die. Is Thumper gonna... Oh, he knows. He knows he can search. Good for you, Thumper. Maybe that's just common knowledge. I don't know. It seems like something that a lot of people wouldn't know. Does he have a back row this time? One time have a back row? One time? Maybe? No? These guys both do not have very good hands, as I'm sure you can tell. He says, I'll attack you for 17 again. These medium-sized dinosaurs are putting in work. Said it's a monster. Has to be a snowman. Nothing else would make sense. I suppose it could be like a Spear Reaper, and he didn't want to walk into the mass removal. But I'd say his set is most likely a snowman. Oh, it's a Sengen, okay. So this is kind of awkward for Soul here if he has a Torrential. Yeah, I guess he doesn't. Soul better have something here, he's pretty dead. Maybe he like flips Fiendish Chain. Nope, he's got it. I guess that is kind of an interesting game. Never been countered? What are you talking about, been countered so perfectly? His hand wasn't even that good. Don't be all salty, Soul. Not everyone can be a master. And yeah, I do agree, Gabba isn't very good in the mirror. But, what do I know? Alright, that's it.